kapamilya, we are live from inside the Mecca of Philippine sports, the Big Dome, the Araneta Coliseum, for our continuing live and exclusive ABS-CBN sports coverage of UAAP Season 81. It all begins here. Now, before we begin, game number 2 of the finals, the Battle of Katipunan between the defending champions Ateneo de Manila University and the University of the Philippines, we will recognize the top individual performers for this year's men's basketball tournament. I am your host, Anton Rojas, and before we go to the Rookie of the Year, the mythical team, and of course, the most valuable player, we have some special awards to be given out. First up, our first special award is the award for the Manulife Playmaker of the Season. And I'd like to call on the Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer of Manulife, Melissa HENSON. Now this award goes to the player who goes above and beyond for his team. He was also Season 80's Rookie of the Year. Your Manulife Playmaker of the Season, who will go home with 50,000 pesos. From the UP Fighting Maroons, Juan Gomez Deliano. Thank you very much to Melissa HENSON, the Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer of Manulife. And congratulations to our Manulife Playmaker of the Season, Juan Gomez Deliano. Now we move on to our next special award, the APPETON Most Improved Player of the Season. And I'd like to call on the Chairman of Tokugawa Global Corporation, Engineer Morgan P. Say. Now this next player took his game to a whole nother level, showing that putting in the hard work and effort and challenging oneself will always be rewarded on and off the court, increasing his statistical points by more than 8 points and leading his team to the Final Four. This year's APPETON Most Improved Player of the Season, who will get 100,000 pesos, is from the Adamson Soaring Falcons, Sean MANGANTI. Once again, thank you very much to the Chairman of Tokugawa Global Corporation, Engineer Morgan P. Say, and our APPETON Most Improved Player of the Season, Adamson's Sean MANGANTI. All right, we will take a break. When we come back, we shall give out more special awards. This is our coverage of the finals for Season 81 of the UAAP. We are back inside the Mecca of Philippine sports, the Araneta Coliseum, and we are greeting everybody watching right now on SND, all our kapamilyas all over the world via the Filipino channel, and everybody watching wherever you are via the #1 sports website in the country, sports.abs-cbn.com, and via iwant.ph. I'm Anton Rojas, your host for today's individual awarding ceremony as we continue to give out the special awards. Our next award is the Milo Nutri-Up Up Your Galing Award. And we have on the floor the Executive Vice President and Nestle Sales Director, Jojo De La Cruz. Joined, of course, by the Vice President of Nestle Philippines and Milo Business Unit Manager, Willy De OCAMPO. And Consumer Marketing Executive for Milo Nutri-Up, EJD. This is the award for the Milo Nutri-Up Up Your Galing Award. His love for the game is undeniable. His drive for excellence and unwavering energy is something everybody around him can agree on. be they teammates or opponents. Those are the things that characterize this year's performance awardee. Truly, he is an athlete who has chosen to up his galing. This award and 50,000 pesos worth of Sodexo gift certificates goes to, from the University of the Philippines, Juan Gomez Deliano. Thank you once again to our presenters, the Executive Vice President and Nestle Sales Director, Jojo de la Cruz, the Vice President of Nestle Philippines and Milo Business Unit Manager, Willy de Ocampo, and Consumer Marketing Executive for Milo NutriUp, EJD. And of course, congratulations to Juan GDL for receiving the Milo NutriUp Up Your Galing Award. And for our last special award, it is the PS Bankable Player of the Season. And I'd like to call on to present the award the Senior Vice President and Marketing Group Head for PS Bank, Emmanuel A. Tuazon, and the First Vice President and Customer Experience Group Head, Jane M. Valero. This player doesn't only make difficult shots look simple, but his contributions to his team make winning become simple. Because of his being an amazing player this season, PS Bank is awarding him the PS Bankable Player of the Season title and will be given 50,000 pesos. This player is none other than Sean Manganti of the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Presenting the check and award to Sean Manganti, or the Senior Vice President and Marketing Group Head of PS Bank, Emmanuel A. Tuazon, and the First Vice President and Customer Experience Group Head, Jane M. Valero. Congratulations to Sean Manganti, your PS Bankable Player of the Season. And when we come back, we shall meet this year's Rookie of the Year, the mythical team, and of course, the MVP. Stay tuned. This is the awarding ceremony of Season 81 of the UAAP. We are back here live for our ABS-CBN sports coverage of the awarding ceremony for the top individual performers in Season 81 of the UAAP. And as I said earlier, it is time now to meet the Rookie of the Year, the mythical team, and of course, this year's most valuable player. But before that, I will have to acknowledge our members of the UAAP board. First up, from Ateneo de Manila University, we have Miss Erica D. From the University of the Philippines, Mr. Ronaldo Dizer. From De La Salle University, Mr. Edwin Reyes. From the University of the East, Mr. Rodrigo Roque. From Adamson University, Father Aldrin Suan. From De La Salle University, Mr. Emmanuel Nong Calanog. From National University, Mr. Nilo Ocampo. And of course, the head of Integrated Sports from ABS-CBN, Mr. Dino Larena. All right, our first award for Season 81 of the UAAP in the men's basketball tournament is the award for Rookie of the Year. And I'd like to call on Miss Erica D to present the award. Filling the shoes of a championship-winning player at your position may seem scary, but this guy would not let that stop him. He ended up leading his team in points and rebounds, as well as the entire league in blocks. anchoring his squad's title caliber defense. The Rookie of the Year. From Ateneo de Manila University, ANGE KOUAME. Your UAAP Season 81 Rookie of the Year from Ateneo de Manila University, ANGE KOUAME. Now, we meet the members of the mythical team. First up, the center position. And Mr. Ronaldo Desir of UP will award the center of our UAAP Season 81 mythical team. This imposing big man helped carry his team back to the finals. He finished in the top 10 of scoring, rebounding, assists, steals, and blocks, and shined brightly while doing it. From the University of the Philippines, Fighting Maroons, Bright Aqueri. Congratulations to our first member of the UAAP mythical team, Bright Aqueri. Joined, of course, by Mr. Ronaldo Desir, UAAP board member. Next, we have the award for Power Forward, and I'd like to call on Mr. Edwin Reyes of De La Salle University to present the award. An early season injury to his teammates saw him thrust into the spotlight. However, he embraced the challenge, placing 4th in field goal percentage, 6th in rebounds, and 3rd in blocks. His aim was on the mark. From the De La Salle University Green Archers, JUSTINE-BALTAZAR. Congratulations, Justin, second member of the mythical team for UAAP Season 81. He is joined by Edwin Reyes and Mr. Nong Calanog. Now we move on to the next member of the mythical team, the small forward. And I'd like to call on Mr. Rod Roque of the University of the East to present the award. Against immense odds, he displayed tremendous courage and fighting spirit. Despite always having the best defenses thrown at him, he would score, and flat out score. The UAAP's leader in points this season, averaging 24.4 points per game. From the UE Red Warriors, ALVIN PASAOL. Congratulations to the University of the East and ALVIN PASAOL, the third member of our UAAP Season 81 mythical team. Joined, of course, by Mr. Rod Roque. Up next, the shooting guard of the UAAP Season 81 mythical team. And I'd like to call on from Adamson University, Father Aldrin Sua, and Mr. Dino Laurena, the head of Integrated Sports from ABS-CBN. A sharpshooter with almost no peer, hitting 41.7% from beyond the arc. He was at the forefront of his squad's flying attack and placed third in scoring, averaging 18 points per game, soaring higher than ever. From the Adamson Soaring Falcons, JERRICK AHANMISI. Congratulations to JERRICK AHANMISI of Adamson University, getting the award from Father Aldrin Suan of Adamson, and of course, Mr. Dino Laurena, the head of Integrated Sports for ABS-CBN. We have one more member of the UAAP Season 81 mythical team, and I'd like to call on once again Mr. Emmanuel Nong Calanog of DLSU to give out the award. From starter to sixth man, last year's Rookie of the Year always made an impact on the court, placing fourth in points per game, first in assists. He too was pivotal in bringing his team back to the finals. From the UP Fighting Maroons, Juan Gomez Deliano. Congratulations to UP's Juan Gomez Deliano, receiving the award from Mr. Nong Calanog. Now, I'd like to ask all the members of the mythical team to stand up front to have your photo taken. Guys, kindly stand at the center court for the photo op. Your UAAP Season 81 mythical team. Bright Acueti of UP, JUSTINE-BALTAZAR of De La Salle University, ALVIN PASAOL of UE, JERRICK AHANMISI of Adamson, and of course, Juan Gomez Deliano of UP. All members of the mythical team will also be receiving 10,000 pesos each from Mogu Mogu. So I'd like to call on the presenters from Mogu Mogu, the Vice President for Marketing, Vernon Tintok, and the Vice President for Sales, Vincent Tintok. Once again, they will be receiving 10,000 pesos each from Mogu Mogu. Thank you to the Vice President for Marketing, Mr. Vernon Tintok, and the Vice President for Sales, Mr. Vincent Tintok from Mogu Mogu. Once again, congratulations to all the members of the UAAP Season 81 mythical team. And finally, we have arrived at our last award before game number 2 of the finals, the award for Most Valuable Player. I'd like to call on Mr. Nilo OCAMPO UAAP board member from National University to present the award for Most Valuable Player. Whatever his team needed, this guy provided. The runaway leader in statistical points had an instant impact on the fortunes of his team, boosting their climb out of the cellar and back into the postseason picture. He was number 2 in scoring, averaging 18.9 points per game, number 1 in rebounds, averaging 14.6 points per game, as well as number 8 in assists, number 7 in steals, and number 8 in blocks. He helps put the fight in UP Fighting Maroons. Give it up for your UAAP Season 81 MVP, Mr. Brightside, Bright Aquetti! Once again, your UAAP Season 81 Most Valuable Player, Bright Aquetti. Bright, this is a special moment for you. I'm sure you're enjoying what you're seeing. What are you feeling right now? What is your message to everybody here today?
First of all, I feel great to be a part of this, guys. The team, the community, and our sponsors. Shout out to you guys. I love you all.
You know, during the start of the season, Bright, a lot of people were saying you were not the Bright Aquetti of old that was dunking all over the place, but at the end of the season, you are standing here the most valuable player. How do you feel about everything you went through, all the criticism, and now you're standing tall, the best player of the UAAP for UP?
Whatever you're doing, you just have to believe. You just have to believe. I love you all, man. I'm shut up, boy.
Your UAAP Season 81 Most Valuable Player, Bright Aquetti. Congratulations to all of our individual awardees. Stay tuned, because coming up next, it's game number 2 of the UAAP Season 81 Finals between Ateneo and UP, the Battle of Katipunan.